Stoicism is a philosophy that has been around for over 2,000 years. Originally developed in ancient Greece, it was later adopted and adapted by the Romans. Stoic teachings offer practical advice on how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. This philosophy can help us lead a calmer, more fulfilled life, regardless of the challenges we face. Here are 5 Stoic practices that can unlock a better life for you. Number 1, practice self-discipline. Imagine a life where your emotions don't control you, where external events don't dictate your happiness, and where you live with purpose and clarity. This is the life that Stoicism gives, and at its heart lies a powerful principle: self-discipline. Self-discipline. It's a term that often evokes thoughts of restriction, of saying no to pleasures, and of living a life of rigidity. But to the Stoics, self-discipline was far from that. It was, in fact, the key to true freedom. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, taught that freedom is found in understanding what we can control and what we cannot. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions are within our control. External events and the actions of others are not. Self-discipline, then, is about mastering what is within our control. Every day, we are presented with choices. Some are trivial, others are life-defining. The Stoics believed that our ability to choose, consciously and wisely, is what defines our character. Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic, reminded himself daily that he had the power to choose his response to any situation. This is where self-discipline comes into play. It's not about deprivation, but about alignment, aligning your choices with your true values and goals. How do we practice self-discipline in our daily lives? The Stoics offer us practical advice. Morning reflection. Start your day by reminding yourself of what truly matters. Set your intentions for the day. Control desires. Discipline your desires. Don't be a slave to fleeting pleasures. Ask yourself, is this truly necessary? Embrace challenges. See challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to practice self-discipline. Whether it's a difficult task at work or a personal struggle, approach it with the mindset of a Stoic warrior. Reflect on your day each evening. Where did you succeed in practicing self-discipline? Where did you fall short? This practice, known as the evening reflection, helps you stay accountable to yourself. When you practice self-discipline, you gain more than just control over your actions. You gain freedom. Freedom from the tyranny of impulsive desires, freedom from the chaos of uncontrolled emotions, and most importantly, freedom to live by your highest values. Seneca, the Roman Stoic, said it best: "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Self-discipline allows us to reclaim our time, our energy, and our lives. Self-discipline is not a punishment. It is a path to a life of purpose, freedom, and fulfillment. The Stoics knew this thousands of years ago, and their wisdom remains as relevant today as ever. By practicing self-discipline, we take control of our lives, and in doing so, we find true freedom. Number 2, focus on what you can control. In a world full of chaos, distractions, and uncertainties, we often find ourselves overwhelmed by the sheer unpredictability of life. But what if I told you that the key to inner peace and resilience lies in a simple yet profound idea, focusing only on what you can control? Welcome to this journey into Stoicism, where we'll explore how this ancient philosophy teaches us to master our minds and thrive, no matter what life throws at us. Stoicism, a philosophy founded in ancient Greece by Zeno of Citium, offers timeless wisdom for living a fulfilled and tranquil life. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to differentiate between what we can control and what we cannot. This simple distinction is powerful because it redirects our energy from external events we can't influence to our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, where we hold power. Epictetus, a key Stoic philosopher, introduced the idea of the dichotomy of control. He said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." This insight is at the heart of Stoic practice. Imagine you're caught in a storm. You can't control the rain or the wind, but you can control how you respond. Whether you panic, stay calm, find shelter, or get soaked. When we focus on what we can control, our judgments, desires, and actions, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary suffering. The external world is unpredictable and indifferent, but our internal world is ours to shape. How do we apply this principle in our daily lives? Let's start with our thoughts. We often dwell on what others think of us or worry about the future. But remember, these are beyond our control. Instead, focus on your intentions and actions. Are you being honest? Are you striving to improve? That's what matters. Next, consider how you react to challenges. Whether it's a difficult coworker, a missed opportunity, or an unexpected setback, ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, let it go. If it is, take action. Another essential aspect of Stoicism is acceptance. Acceptance is not about resignation, but acknowledging reality and responding wisely. The Stoics believed in amor fati, a love of fate, where we embrace everything that happens, not as something to be endured, but as a necessary part of our journey. By accepting what we cannot change, we free ourselves from the burden of resistance and open ourselves to growth. Every challenge and hardship is an opportunity to practice virtue, courage, patience, wisdom. Letting go of what we can't control is liberating. It's the realization that our worth isn't tied to external success or others' opinions. The only thing that truly matters is how we live, how we think, and how we treat others. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Strength comes from within. It's the strength to remain calm in the face of chaos, to stay focused amid distractions, and to be kind even when others are not." This is the true power of Stoicism. Life will always be full of uncertainties, but by focusing on what we can control, we find clarity, peace, and purpose. Stoicism teaches us that we are the masters of our minds. So as you go about your day, remember this simple truth. Focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. In doing so, you'll discover a deeper, more meaningful way to live. Number 3, embrace the present moment. Life is constantly in motion. We're often caught between what has already happened and what might come next. Our minds race with thoughts of the past, regrets, mistakes, what-ifs, and anxiety about the future. But what if we could find peace right here, right now, in this very moment? This idea of embracing the present is central to Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, often reflected on the importance of living in the now. He wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." Simple words, but with profound meaning. But what does it mean to confine yourself to the present? It means to focus on what you can control, which is only the present moment. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. The only reality we truly have is right now. Think about it. How often do we live in the moment? Our minds are constantly jumping from one thought to the next. We spend so much time worrying about things that are outside of our control. The Stoics teach us to let go of these distractions and center ourselves in the present. Epictetus, another key figure in Stoicism, reminds us that the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. By focusing on the present moment, we regain that control over our thoughts, our actions, and ultimately, our peace of mind. Take a moment to notice the world around you, the texture of an object, the sound of the wind, and the feeling of your breath. These small details can ground you in the present, pulling you away from the endless stream of thoughts. Embracing the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or the future. It means acknowledging them without letting them dominate your mind. It's about finding balance, accepting that the past is unchangeable, the future is unpredictable, and the present is where your power lies. As Seneca wisely put it, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. This is the essence of Stoicism, finding contentment, not in what has been or what will be, but in what is. So how can we apply this Stoic principle to our daily lives? Start by practicing mindfulness. Take a few moments each day to sit quietly and observe your surroundings. When your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to the present. Over time, this practice can help you cultivate a deeper sense of peace and resilience. Remember, life is lived in the now. The past is a memory, and the future is a dream. The present moment is a gift. Embrace it fully, and you'll find the calm within the storm. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue exploring the wisdom of the ancients together. Number 4, practice gratitude. When you hear the word gratitude, what comes to mind? For many, it's a fleeting moment, a quick thank you, here or there. But for the Stoics, gratitude is more than just a passing emotion. It's a way of life. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "Take full account of what excellencies you possess, and in gratitude, remember how you would hanker after them if you had them not." This isn't just a reminder to be thankful. It's a call to actively appreciate what you have as if you could lose it at any moment. So how do we practice gratitude in a Stoic way? It begins with recognizing the impermanence of everything we hold dear. Stoicism teaches us to see the world as it truly is, transient and ever-changing. When we embrace this, we start to appreciate the present moment and all it offers. Start by taking a moment each day to reflect on the things you often take for granted. Your health, your loved ones, even the challenges you face. Ask yourself, how would my life be different if these things were suddenly gone? This isn't to incite fear, but to cultivate a deeper appreciation. In Stoicism, this practice is linked to the idea of negative visualization. By imagining the loss of something, we counterintuitively grow more grateful for its presence. This isn't about dwelling on negativity. It's about sharpening our awareness of life's gifts. Another powerful method is journaling. Each night, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Be specific. Instead of just, "I'm grateful for my family," try, "I'm grateful for the conversation I had with my brother today. It made me feel connected." This specificity helps you relive those moments of gratitude. Gratitude in the Stoic sense isn't about ignoring life's difficulties. It's about recognizing that even in hardship, there are things to be thankful for. The Stoics believed that every experience, good or bad, offers a lesson. By practicing gratitude, we train our minds to see those lessons and to grow from them. Remember, gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's a practice. It's something we can cultivate every day. And over time, it reshapes our perspective. The Stoics knew that a grateful mind is a resilient mind. So the next time life throws you a curveball, take a moment, breathe, and find something to be grateful for, no matter how small. It could make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue exploring the wisdom of the ancients together. Number 5. Accept imperfections. Perfection is a word that echoes through our lives, often loud and clear, urging us to reach for an unattainable ideal. But what if the pursuit of perfection is not the key to happiness? In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with images of perfection, the perfect body, the perfect life, the perfect achievement. This relentless pursuit often leaves us feeling inadequate, as if we are always falling short. We compare ourselves to others and judge ourselves harshly for our perceived flaws. But what if this pursuit of perfection leads us to suffering? What if, instead of striving for flawlessness, we learned to accept our imperfections and see them as part of our unique journey? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers profound knowledge on this subject. The Stoics believed that life was not about achieving perfection, but about finding peace in the reality of imperfection. Seneca taught that wisdom comes not from being perfect, but from understanding and accepting our nature and limitations. It is through our imperfections that we learn, grow, and develop resilience. To the Stoics, imperfections are not defects, but teachers. They remind us that we are humans, that life is complex and unpredictable, and that our journey is a process, not a destination. So how do we apply this Stoic wisdom in our daily lives? The first step is to accept that imperfection is normal and inevitable. Instead of resisting it, we can learn to accept it as part of our existence. Start by observing your thoughts. Notice when you are overly critical of yourself or others. Instead of striving for an impossible standard, focus on doing your best in each moment, realizing that your best will vary depending on the situation. Embrace the mistakes you make as opportunities to learn and grow. Remember, it's not the absence of flaws that makes us strong, but how we respond to them. Every imperfection is an opportunity to practice patience, humility, and self-compassion. True peace comes not from living without imperfections, but from living with them. When we stop fighting our flaws and start embracing them, we find a deep sense of contentment and inner peace. The Stoics remind us that the beauty of life lies not in its perfection, but in its imperfection. It's the cracks in the vase that make it unique, and the imperfections in our lives that make us who we are. Perfection is a myth. Imperfection is reality. Accepting this truth is the first step to a life of fulfillment and peace. So give up the pursuit of perfection. Embrace your imperfections, and remember, as the Stoics taught, the only perfection lies in how we respond to life's imperfections. Number 6, seek honest feedback. In our journey through life, we often strive for success, happiness, and personal growth. Yet one of the most valuable tools we often overlook is the power of honest feedback. For those who follow the teachings of Stoicism, seeking and embracing honest feedback is not just a path to improvement, but a fundamental practice in living a virtuous life. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, taught that self-awareness and self-improvement are key elements of a fulfilling life. But how can we truly know ourselves if we are unwilling to see ourselves as others do? This is where the importance of seeking honest feedback comes into play. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake or looking at things from the wrong perspective. I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone." This quote highlights the Stoic commitment to truth and the willingness to change when confronted with it. Honest feedback can be uncomfortable. It challenges our self-image, our beliefs, and our decisions. But the Stoic approach to feedback is not about defending our ego. It's about seeking the truth, no matter how painful or inconvenient that truth may be. Imagine feedback as a mirror, reflecting to us the parts of ourselves that we cannot see on our own. The Stoic mindset teaches us to approach this mirror with humility, openness, and a readiness to learn. However, the process of receiving honest feedback isn't always easy. Our natural response might be to become defensive or dismissive, but the Stoics remind us that our reactions are within our control. We can choose to see feedback as a threat or as an opportunity for growth. To truly benefit from feedback, we must practice what the Stoics called apatheia, a state of equanimity. This doesn't mean being indifferent or emotionless. Rather, it means maintaining a sense of calm and rationality when confronted with criticism. Ask yourself, how often do I seek out honest feedback? And when I receive it, how do I respond? Do I allow my emotions to cloud my judgment? Or do I reflect on the feedback with a clear mind? Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." In the same way, it's not the person who receives weak feedback, but the one who refuses to accept it who is truly lacking. Seeking honest feedback is an act of courage, a willingness to face our flaws and work towards our better selves. As we continue on our journey of self-improvement and personal growth, let us remember the wisdom of the Stoics. Seek out honest feedback, not as a way to inflate your ego, but as a means to refine your character. Embrace the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, and use it as a stepping stone towards the person you aspire to become. Remember, the Stoic path is not about perfection, but about progress. And honest feedback is one of the most powerful tools we have to keep moving forward. Number 7, help others. Imagine a world where helping others isn't just an act of kindness, but a fundamental path to personal peace and wisdom. In the teachings of Stoicism, helping others is more than just a moral duty. It's a cornerstone of living a fulfilled life. Welcome to our journey into the Stoic philosophy of service and compassion. Stoicism is not only about great ideas, it's about practical living. So how can we incorporate the Stoic principle of helping others into our daily lives? Start small. Acts of kindness don't have to be big. A smile, a kind word, or just listening to someone can make a huge difference. Pay attention to the people around you. What do they need? How can you help? Sometimes, just being there for someone is enough. Give true selfless service without expectation. Help others and don't expect anything in return. Reflect and learn. At the end of each day, think about how you helped others. What did you learn about yourself? How did it make you feel? By making these small changes, we can live more sustainably, finding fulfillment and peace through the simple act of helping others. In the end, the Stoic path is one of service, compassion, and interconnectedness. By helping others, we not only contribute to the greater good, but also discover a profound inner peace. The Stoics teach us that life's true fulfillment doesn't come from self-centered pursuits, but from the quiet, powerful act of reaching out and lifting those around us. So today, embrace the Stoic path, help others, and in doing so, find the peace and wisdom that come from living in harmony with the world. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoic philosophy. If you found this video inspiring, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing it with others. Together, we can spread the wisdom of the Stoics and make the world a little kinder, a little wiser, and a lot more peaceful. Thank you for watching Everyday Stoic Lessons. I hope these 5 Stoic practices inspire you to live a more mindful and resilient life. Remember, Stoicism is about progress, not perfection. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from these insights. Let me know in the comments which practice resonated with you the most, and what topics you'd like to see next. Until next time, keep practicing, stay strong, and live with virtue.